One, what's going on? It's Turn Two Podcast with your boy Coach Marcus.
And Coach Zach.
Yes, sir. And we coming back. We took a week off. You were out there enjoying DC.
Yep.
Right. So we took a week off. How was DC?
A lot of fun. It was cool to
Yeah.
see the United States Capitol. The best thing I would say about it is the architecture of all the buildings and all the different museums they got.
Thanks.
You don't see that really anywhere else in the United States.
Nah, DC was fun too because I actually coached up there for a couple months, so I was able to get up there and
see all the different
stuff.
things.
Yeah, baseball's a little different up there in DC though.
How would you say?
I think it is true, not necessarily true, but the more south that you come, the more in general, people are better at baseball. You know, out there in the north and the mid, like it gets cold, so they take breaks. And stuff like that.
That was my first thought. Is down here in the south, you can play baseball all year round. Basically, you might have to take a month off, but it's not going to be so cold that you can't go outside. It's not going to have 6 feet of snow out there, so you can't.
But there's still good talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's like bad talent.
There's just more talent here in the south and hotter areas. That's crazy how that works.
Yeah.
But the football up there goes different.
Football went crazy. We went to like University of Maryland, DC.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Baltimore. I can't remember what school we went to go play at, but we played over there too.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. But we back now, and you know, we just kind of want to go out the top today and just kind of let it fly. Like just kind of talk about whatever comes to mind, and just.
I'm thinking first. We played when we were 10 years old. It was 2005. Now it's 2025. So 20 years later.
30.
Yeah. 20 years later. How is the definition of travel ball different from when we played to now? What are some things that really stick out to you? Like, wow, that's completely different.
A lot more people could play.
A lot more people.
Yeah, just about anybody could play. You go find a travel ball organization.
One thing that popped in my mind was creativity. There was way more creativity when we were around.
I was about to say Team Elite didn't even start yet. I always go to them, but like Team Elite didn't start yet. Canes didn't really start yet. Like all these big time organizations,
they were just getting started when we were.
Travel ball wasn't. I remember like the team to beat for us was always the Banditos, Texas Banditos.
Yep.
South Gwinnett Storm.
Yep, because I was like, that's like an arch rival.
Yeah, they were always lit.
That's like Boston and New York Yankees.
Who else was there? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember this team's name, but I do remember.
There was a 5-star team.
The Tool, 5-star Tool.
Or 5-Tool.
5-Tool.
5-Tool baseball.
5-Tool. They were always, that was a big
Hey, that was when we were beating them so bad. Coach said, get them off the field.
Yep.
Get all my players, get off the field. We're forfeiting this game.
Yep.
We were beating them so bad that day.
Yep.
That was Lenore Park, I think.
I think it was.
I think that was
Lenore Park.
Oh, and then we used to play the Cat Tigers.
The Tigers. They were good.
And they were younger than us, and they would smack us, bro. They were so good. This is back, the Cat Tigers used to be
They used to be ballers. I mean, I remember playing them at least 5 times, and we probably only won like twice. They probably beat us 3 times.
No, they were good. Oh,
they were
Team Thunder.
Ooh.
Team Thunder out of Rockdale.
Oh, you brought a memory back. I forgot about them.
We used to always play them.
Yeah, we did.
With Mayo and what was the catcher's name? You remember the catcher's name?
That wasn't the young
crazy dude.
Okay. I don't remember his name.
Nah, but Rockdale Rhinos was another team.
Hey, shout out to Mayo. That was probably one of the pitchers that was the hardest to hit when we were little. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we picked him up for Christmas time. That's how we got to second place, man.
That is.
We picked that boy up.
That was our one pickup. I remember that.
That boy used to throw that heat. Hard. Yeah, that was our only pickup.
That was the only pickup. He threw hard as ever.
Yeah, we needed that pitching.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, man, I think a lot of these teams lost their identity and stuff like that.
I think so too.
Nowadays. But also the competition, I think, was a little bit. I don't remember as well, but I don't know if there were so many divisions that we had to get, like single A, double A, triple A majors.
I feel like all there was AAA and major then. But I'm not sure because that's all we played in, I believe.
Yeah.
So I
don't remember.
I didn't really explore double A or know anything if there was single A. But now you have what? Is there anything below single A for travel?
I mean, you have your all-stars.
Oh, okay. True.
So, I mean, you got all-star, single A, double A, triple A majors. So you got like 5.
Dang. moving like the MLB out here.
I think that's also taken away from like the rec ball scene.
Yes.
Like I think rec ball is absolutely needed and needs to be better ran. I think so many people are leaving rec ball rec ball for travel ball that the rec programs are starting to suffer because those dads are taking those kids out of the. Once they got their team, they take them out of the rec ball
organization to go say, "Oh, we're going to go play travel ball."
Yeah, and usually it doesn't ever work.
But if you think about it, for the parks that don't get any tournaments, that hurts them so bad. You leave them empty.
I think you break that community up too much when you do that. I think rec should stay rec, and you volunteer dads like don't just yank all the talent because you got that chance like let them still develop in there because I think we pull kids like you start pulling all those good kids out. Think about what's left to play in the games. It's
not going to be the best game.
It's 45 to 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're not even out of this first, second inning.
That makes me go down two different paths when you say something like that. So if it is 45 to 30, do we say that, hey, dads, let's get somebody out here who can actually start developing these kids, or does it not matter? I mean, I know there's fun baseball and competitive baseball. So I would like to see rec ball still have a competitive side and not just be, this is fun.
It was competitive when we did it. Like I was at South. Me personally, I was at South Gwinnett.
I did it at Lenora for maybe 2 to 3 years.
GBL, like we was competitive. We used to go crazy, like hard. Yeah, and then once you were better than everybody, like I'll never forget this. My dad reminds me of this story all the time. When I got too good for rec ball, my coach came up to my dad and said, "Sir, there's nothing else I can do for Marcus. Look, I got this guy, Mike Scavo. I got this guy, Coach Mike. He played in pro ball. He can better develop his son, your son." So he let us go over there. Not, okay, I got Marcus, I got the other boy. Hey, we're gonna go play travel ball. Come on.
True.
Nah, it was.
He knew his job.
Yeah, and he pushed me into the right direction. See, I think more people need it like that in rec ball instead of just yanking them out.
And then my other path I was saying is the dads who do take their kids, it kind of waters down the travel ball, right?
Yeah. I think because travel ball used to be this competitive space, like really competitive space. Now, like you said, it's just so oversaturated with there ain't nothing wrong with daddy ball. There's stuff wrong with
there. I mean, there is development wise, but I say if you want to play daddy ball, that's a rec ball type of thing, right?
I think you should stay.
Yeah, I mean,
I personally think that you shouldn't have a son on the team if you coach travel ball.
Right.
I don't think you should have a son.
I agree. And definitely if it's paid, like you're paying to travel and paying for this stuff. Because when a dad's on the team, he's going to have a little bias against everybody else.
What.
I mean,
no matter
what. A little bit.
Let's talk about how hard it is to actually navigate travel ball, and why do you think so many teams crumble within the first? Like we just got done with our first year.
Yep.
Right. Most teams after their first year crumble. What do you think? What is so hard? Why do you think it's so hard for those teams?
Well, I think always in your first year, we experience this too, is you're going to have a lot of struggle. And definitely if you're going to bring in kids that never played with each other or just maybe not all together as a group, new kids playing with them. So it's a struggle. You're going to struggle for, like we did. Hey, we struggled for 5, 6 tournaments, 7 tournaments. I don't know how many it was. All the way until the end. Year. All the way until the last 2 weeks, so to speak, the last 2 weeks. So I think that kind of can demotivate a lot of people and think, dang, I'm not meant for this,
I mean, just use our situation, right? Like we're not scared to say nothing, but in our first year of fall and spring, we won probably around 15 games total.
Yeah. And I wasn't even thinking about fall because fall we struggled too.
Fall was a struggle.
It took time to even win a game.
Yeah. So we trying to put all these kids together, and we went through a whole year and only won probably about 15 games.
If that.
That mindset that we have to have as coaching staff to make sure the kids are staying developed because we're trying to build this thing. So that first year we could have said, bump it, man. Like this ain't it. This ain't the right area, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
now turn the page year 2, all of a sudden we're looking good. We're looking good with 5 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to them. Is winning the only thing that matters? Like,
I don't think winning is the only thing that matters.
But if you don't win,
eventually, if you develop correctly, the wins occur.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when I say develop, I don't mean just physically good at baseball. It's developing is a mental, is hustling on and off the field, is cleaning up the dugout. It's, it's the little things like that that build characters. And then it translates to, I'm going to go hard in baseball too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's development. And as we develop, we start getting wins here and there. And it leads to, hey, you played in 2 championship games at the end of your season. It must feel much good, better, right?
Yeah, much better.
You see everything start to fall into place and work. And when kids give in and they start to see that, you start developing a winning culture. And from there, that's what everybody likes to see. And they're like, oh, Too Smooth's always winning. Well, you didn't see the beginning of and maybe they will, because their kid will have to go through you have to run on and off the field, because I know we play a lot of teams. You see them walk off the field.
They walk.
Many kids. I mean, I've seen coaches that we play say, hustle.
Yeah.
But every single time that has to be repeated, and 2 hands when you catch the ball, all these little things.
Yeah. And that's where I think Daddy Ball also gets in the way, is you have to hold everybody accountable. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We have no biasness. We didn't have no biasness this year. We don't have no kids on the team. Mm-hmm. We just needed everybody to do their job and do their part. That's it. And I think, but I think personally, I also had to put some blame on the pressure of parents onto the coaches. Now, there's stuff both ways, but I just want to talk about that pressure that parents put on coaches. Especially new coaches the first years. Like, first year, pressure's on you. Even we went through, we had to have a parent talk right after a game where we just got slaughtered. Yeah. Like a tournament, we just got slaughtered. And then you just sat there on the bucket while all the parents just, voice their opinions and concerns.
Right.
Like,
which to say ours went well. Yeah. It wasn't like it was horrible, but could you imagine being in that situation and parents are cussing at you, bashing you? Because it happens. Yeah. And it happens a lot more than people probably think.
I think parents also stop making one mistake be the reason you blow everything up. Like, I get it. There's a lot of options out there. So like, I could go find a perfect situation.
Right.
There's no such thing as a perfect situation. Find yourself some good coaches and just stick with them. Yeah. Stick with them because that's what they need. A good coach, especially like we could test this. We need good supporting parents. Mm-hmm. It helps keep us saying, okay, I'm okay, man. I still got X, Y, and Z. I'm good.
Right.
Because you're gonna have those parents who just backstab you, or the parents who, like I said, go behind your back. Like,
right. And I think that just starts with communication. Just be honest and front forward, because nobody's gonna hurt our feelings. No. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hurt. You could tell us anything. You're not gonna hurt our feelings, but please tell us. Yeah. Don't do it behind anybody's back, because that's when the whole organization feels that impact, when a kid is maybe taken away from a tournament and nobody was told. Mm-hmm. That's hard to coach around. Even you got 11 players and Johnny's missing, now you're only down to 10. It's hard to have one sub. So those little things, that's tough. Also, I want to say, being around a group of kids your whole life, and me and you have done this, like growing up and playing with a core group of people is a lot of fun, and it makes you even better. Because I felt like we all challenged each other to be better and better and better. So we all grew together, and somebody who's lacking behind has to keep up if they want to stay.
So you're saying team hopping ain't the move?
Not in my opinion. I mean, of course, you might have to switch teams here and there. I don't know, personal reasons. You might move. Who knows what goes on in everybody's life. But if I had a choice and I enjoyed the coaches and thought, hey, they're helping my kid, I would keep my kid in the same spot as long as possible until high school occurs.
I'm about to say, until like 13U, 14U, if you find that good group, stick with them.
Because when you're little, you're not getting scouted. You're not
going to get scouted.
You know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares how many games you won.
No.
They're going to wait till you get to high school where everybody done hit puberty.
Yep.
And now they can see, okay,
who is this kid going to be when he's 20?
But if you skipped all that development, because every time you go to a new team, you start over.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn a whole new system,
Mm-hmm.
learn a whole new practice way, learn a whole new mindset.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention, coach might be saying, you need to stand this way at that. You need to throw this way. You're not a third baseman. You're a center fielder. Who know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your whole game might get switched up.
Mm-hmm. So I think that before 13, 14 you, no more than like 2-3 teams.
That's how I feel too. And if you want to go hop on a team, I say go on an off time of your team. Like go in the end of summer and find that team you want to go try with and see what you think. But I would stick with the core team because that's just how the best way to grow, in my opinion.
Because like, especially when y'all are near each other.
Yes.
Like if y'all could be in the same city, like go hang out with each other, stuff like that.
Have friends.
And child ball now, you just have so many people from all over the place.
Yep.
They don't really have any cohesiveness until they come to practice, they come to games. And by then, it's like
they're not hanging out outside or making friends with each other.
Because now they playing catch up with the kids that do play. Just like some of these all-star teams that have been playing rec ball together for so long. Like they're pretty good coming out of the game because they know each other. So I think
feel comfortable playing together.
Yeah.
So I think parents could definitely ruin a whole organization and make it shut down year one. You know, that's another big factor. Like,
let's be honest, dude. Coaches have emotions too, right? Like, and we constantly feel that pressure of this kid wants to leave, this kid wants to leave. I'm not doing a good enough job for this family. Blah blah blah. This family does, or my best player's family didn't like this situation, so now I'm gonna lose them.
Yep.
Like, dude, it's not just I get to go coach baseball. Like, you got to think about all that stuff.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot, and the more that you keep stacking on, thinking that this coach owes you the world,
the harder it gets for coach.
Yeah, the harder you making it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
You told the audience and everybody that now we have 5 teams.
Yeah.
Which gives us, which I'm super excited about. We're going to coach 7 and 8-year-olds. Yeah. So to coach the 7 and 8-year-olds and hopefully have them as a core group all the way until they're 13, 14 years old. Yeah. That's really exciting to have kids at a young age and be able to coach them how to play baseball and how to grow up to be young men and be around the game. So that's something we're super excited about.
Yep.
And the difference of coaching, 6, 7-year-olds compared to 10 and 11-year-olds, it'll be my first time coaching 6, 7, 8-year-olds. But I would think we got to keep it basic and, teach them the fundamentals of baseball before anything else,
That's it. Don't get too complicated with it. I'm about to say, teach them how to catch, teach them how to throw, and just teach them how to hit.
That's it.
Just make contact too. You, especially at the younger age, you don't need this gigantic load or anything like that.
No.
Put the foot down. Just let the kids' hands work. Especially, like I said, 6, 7, 8 years old. Excuse me. You don't need this whole loading mechanism.
Right.
Just if you have a kid that's really struggling, put his feet down, no stride.
Get him a little wide.
Yeah, no stride, maybe a little rock back to go to the swing.
Right. Because we're learning hand-eye coordination at this age.
Yeah, and most of the time it's off coach pitch.
Yep.
So there's no reason. And plus, everybody knows when you throw coach pitch, it's not even remotely close to like when you see a kid pitch.
Right.
It's not the same.
The angle's up here for an adult. The kid's way down here.
So you just want him to, or you want your player just to make good barrel contact.
Yep. Put the ball in play and learn how to run the bases, learn how to round the base and do all these little things like that. So when they get to 8, 9 years old, they can play a solid game of baseball.
And I think once they show you that they got that base, then you can start to add in some. I think a lot of coaches get in trouble because they want
too much mechanics,
too much stuff too quick. I also think that some parents' problems too. Some of them think that their kid is so much better than what they are. Oh, that my son don't need that type of practice. He no.
Yeah, he needs
little Billy need this practice.
Right.
Trust me, he can't field 2 ground or 3 ground balls in a row.
That's not a good look. Yeah, you got to be able to.
Nah, you got to be able to do that. So I think that a little bit of humbleness is needed at the 7, 8 because we about to go through some stuff, and if you really think you're too good for it,
you'll get shown that you're not. Yeah, some kid out there is gonna show your kid that hey, this is how it's done.
That's how a real ball looks. That's what you could look like if you just locked in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I think for 10-year-olds, I think it's a little bit different because, like you said, you just hope that your 10-year-old went through that good 7, 8, 9-year-old phase of good development.
Mm-hmm.
There is building blocks to this.
Mm-hmm.
That when you first get, and it starts with rec ball.
It does.
When you're in rec, screw that. Before rec ball, when you and daddy, mommy, whoever it is outside playing catch, when y'all are 4 or 5 years old, however
Mm-hmm.
old you are, you got to play with more intent
mm-hmm.
and more often.
More often, I feel like is the best because you got to do it every day. If you do it every day, that's how that development is up here.
You just gotta keep on going because you could tell which one been playing catch in the backyard since they were little.
Yes, for sure.
You could tell.
And also, I want to add, I feel like at that age, repetition is the biggest help for anything.
Yeah,
repeat. Like you just keep going, keep going.
Just keep doing it.
Yep.
Like I said, even on the infield, like when we do the infield for these 7, 8-year-olds, we're gonna do the simple steps 100 times before we move on to anything. Because they need to understand they can do something without thinking about it. Once you can teach a kid to do something without them thinking about it,
it's natural. When it becomes natural,
boom, you can move on to something.
What a way to put it. I love that. Once the basics become natural, that's when you can add on.
You can add on to
different tricks and ways to make it faster, or hit harder, whatever it is.
Yeah, because if you don't have if you have to always think about your basics,
that's
you're not ready.
That's not it.
You're not ready.
And I'm going off track. I'm kind of moving backwards right here when I think about this, but I had to say it because I thought about it. You once said something along the lines of, parents, don't keep being the coach when the game is over. Don't be the supportive, loving parent, because our organization as coaches, we're going to get to it. We're going to harp on them. We're going to give them what they need to hear. And for parents to go home or be in the car and harping all the way home, it doesn't help. That ruins the game of baseball for a lot of kids, in my opinion. And it doesn't become fun no more.
I agree. I want, let us coach. Let us be the coaches. Let us be the ones that are harping on them for their mistakes. Right. And we're not saying like we sit up here like, oh my God, you can't believe you missed this ball. No.
But we'll let them know what to do if they did something wrong and correct them.
Because you got to put yourself in that little kid's shoe. That little kid just went through, like, if they go through us, like, they got through a tough game of a lot of thinking, a lot of action, and just a lot of
the mental brain is kind of getting tired.
Because that's all we do. That's all we care about is your mental game.
Right.
So they just went through all that. They don't want to get in the car with you and then you start saying, why you ain't catch that ball? You went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Well, get out of my car. You walking home. Like, nobody want to hear that.
Nah, that's horrible. That just ruins the game.
Just love him. Say, hey, Johnny, hey, how you feel today at the plate? I mean, you went 0 for 3, but, you know, what did coach say?
Right.
Yeah. I just saw Shohei Ohtani go 0 for 3 just 2 days ago, so don't even worry about that, kid. You got there, you kept swinging? You saw the ball decently? Okay. You want to go to the backyard? We'll work out a little bit? Okay, bet. Let's go do that. That's what the kid needs.
That's it.
If we can get us and that working together, that's what I'm saying.
That's how an athlete is built in any sport, to be honest.
And that's all I want the parents to understand. Because we tell them in the beginning, don't come near the dugout. I think this year I'm gonna better word that and say, there's no coaching near the dugout. You come over and say, hey, come on, guys, y'all got this, y'all got this.
Right.
Do that.
Motivation.
Yes.
But no
coaching. Because me and you have talked about this 1,000 times. What use it is to tell a kid, stop jumping your back shoulder, you got to do this at the plate.
Right.
What use is that during game time?
It's not. That's what practice was for 3 times a week. Yeah, we talked about it. If you're not doing it at game time, we don't have time to teach you. If you get a hit, dropping your shoulder, whatever it is, good. Go up next at bat and do it again.
Like just get another hit. Find a way to get it.
Right.
So you think that the game is already complicated enough. No need to keep throwing them extra things to think about.
Like you just said, if you're thinking about those basics when that ball is coming, you're going to be messed up.
You're screwed.
Because if a kid throws a curveball or changeup and you're thinking about, did I load? Oh, that thing moved.
You're cooked.
That's it.
where's one of our players? Buddy,
Yeah,
you're cooked.
buddy, you're cooked. That's it.
So what do I mean? Okay, I'm a dad. I want to still help my son.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only way I can do it? Like, should I just? So let's say I'm on this team,
Mm-hmm.
right? Questionable coach. I don't think he knows. Like, yeah, maybe he has a son on the team. His son always gets to play shortstop, but my son, I think my son's a little bit better.
Yeah.
How do I approach that coach about that?
That's a tough situation, but definitely not hostile, definitely under control and with some valid points to show, hey, I want my kid to get a chance at shortstop next game, next tournament, at practice, whenever it is, just to show you he can do what a shortstop needs to do to get the play done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something along those lines. And if I guess it's really how he comes back, like, oh, if my son has shortstop, if it's something like that, then hey, maybe I do need to take my kid somewhere else to play baseball. Or if he's willing and he says, okay, we'll give Johnny a try at practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's great. You go to practice and watch how your kid does at shortstop. So you're not blinded if coach doesn't play him there. You watch him play shortstop. Don't say anything during practice, but watch him play shortstop and see how he does.
And you better take the goggles off.
That's what I'm saying.
Take the dad goggles off and actually watch.
And see if he has the ability.
There's so many times. Because, I've been giving lessons for last, I don't know, 5 years, 7 years, whatever it was. It is, but they'll come in and say, man, my son is because, I don't know the team that they're playing. I don't know anything about it. I just know that they're bringing them to me for lessons.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, my boy or my player's way better than the other kid that's playing before them, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. Let me see. Hit him a couple ground balls and it just looks like booty. It just, you got the kid trying to do this.
Right, scared of it, yeah.
And I think, do you think that a coach should be on, what should that dad do? What should we tell that dad, you think?
A good way is to say something like you said earlier is, hey, he definitely needs a lot more work and I'm willing to work with him. And you should be willing to work with him. And if we meet in the middle, if you play catch with him a couple of nights a week, we don't have practice. And when he comes here, I give him all my knowledge. He should get to the spot eventually. He should be able to reach this position, but we have to give him some time and some development to get here.
Oh, so a lesson right then and there, 60 minutes. That's not the cure all. That's not the cure all.
We need. And of course, parents don't want to hear it because who knows what the price is.
Exactly.
And all that, but we need at least probably a good 2 months of this. You know what I'm saying?
And parents, stop thinking that coach's time is free.
Yeah,
this stuff ain't free. If it was free, you could do it.
Yeah.
It's not. This is a service.
Because we've had a lot of knowledge, played the game a long time. A lot of people taught us different things. Yeah. So to spread that knowledge too is not just
because it's gonna be expensive. I personally think until you about 10, 11 years old, if you're really serious about baseball, you need 2 times a week, 2 hours a week with a coach. Okay. It doesn't just stop there. That's bare minimum. Now, as a parent, if you really want your kid to be better, you better be sitting there with a notepad. Don't disturb the coach's lesson. Just sit your butt right there, be quiet, and just
listen, take notes.
Listen and take notes. Stop being the dad that comes in and just oh man.
Yeah, just watching.
But you're saying I need to do this right here, coach. Nah, but I've been telling him to do this. I'm like, no, get out the deck or get out the.
Just sit back here and listen for a minute.
Go sit down back there, and let me work.
Yep.
So, but then it doesn't stop there. Now you have to go home and you have to do it on those off days.
Yep.
If you just rely on coach's lessons, you will not get better. You will get better. You will get better, but it's going to take
not to the ability that you can be.
It's going to be so freaking slow. But if you're that kid at home that goes into the garage or go into their backyard, gets the tee in the net, and starts practicing what coach is telling you to do, boy, you're gonna be leaping.
And then, as a coach, it helps us because, hey, let's say we have a Monday and Thursday, right? We did a lesson Monday. We taught him what we taught him. Thursday, he comes in. We start with maybe the same T lesson that we did Monday. And you see him just doing exactly it. It helps us go to the next level. We can say, okay, we can advance from this drill. You understand this drill. I can tell you done it at home. Let me show you something else. You know what I'm saying? And that just the levels start going.
Yeah.
So I love when that happens and when you're able to take it to the next level and you see them actually doing stuff at home.
I'm about to say, because the worst, I think even worse is like, yeah, I see them weekly, but we're always going over the same exact thing.
Yeah, see, that's
because you didn't do anything at home. You didn't try. You're relying on just me.
That's it.
It's not going to work. I don't care who you think I am or who do you think. Well, any coach.
You could have anybody. You could have Ghost of Babe Ruth out here teaching you, and it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick.
It's not. And then the kid, then it takes it another step over that. Is like, does the kid actually try to do these things during the games, during batting practice, when they're with their teams or on their own?
Yep.
Like, do they actually do that stuff? Because we see it all the time. Give a great lesson. Soon as we go into BP, overhand throw, or anything, pitch machine, doesn't matter.
We're back to square one.
We're back to square one. I mean, like we didn't just do anything.
Like we didn't just have an hour of this.
Yeah.
I know.
So, like, how can a kid better with that? Like, how can we?
That's what it takes, is going home and working on it. You know, you have to go home and try your best to work on what coach just said. And also, you might find kids I didn't understand, coach. Please ask questions. If I say anything that confuses you in any type of way, say it, and I'll word it a different way.
I'll find some way to make it stick.
Yeah, I'll word it.
We'll
I'll show you
crap at the wall to some stick.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got, what about, for me, if we do that, the only thing I care about you in the cage is that you're trying to do what we asked you to do. So if the whole practice we've been working on staying balanced, staying through the ball, and then the first swing you take on BP is a freaking spin around merry-go-round swing, what are we doing?
Yeah, we just wasted time.
We just wasted 45 minutes work on that stuff just for you to not try it here.
Right.
No, we're gonna try it here. Oh, you might not hit every ball.
And that's okay.
That's okay. At least you're trying. Oh, this feels weird, coach. I don't like the way this feels. You're not supposed to.
You're not used to it.
You're not used to it. You're used to the wrong stuff. I'm trying to teach you the right stuff. And so you have to go through those trial and tribulations where you're going to go over 3. You're going to go over 3. You're going to go in there batting practice and not hit a single ball. But were you balanced the entire time? Okay, there we go. Now we can build off of that balance. And now we can take it a step further.
And once again, baseball, you're not going to succeed a lot.
Right.
I mean, you're going to succeed, but it's not 9 out of 10 times. Even when you're little, you're not going to succeed all the time. You're going to have off days. And those off days suck, just like any other sport.
That's what it
is. You just have off days. You can't. And what gets me, Marcus, man, I've seen kids have an off tournament, and then next weekend they're trying something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my phone must have died.
It died?
It died.
It died on us?
It died on us.
Put a pause on the time out.
Yep, time out. Let me grab the charger. Back. We're charged up.
Yeah, last couple minutes, we just want to knock out a couple Facebook questions because we miss y'all on Facebook. So we just want to.
They're always fun. I love to see what everybody got going on. So I got a couple here on my phone. And let's get started. This is from Clueless Dad. Okay. Question for y'all. 13 under son. Hit a couple home runs in the beginning of the season and then seemed to have changed everything about his swing and is lucky to get a pop-up. Took him to multiple hitting instructors, but it just seems to be getting worse. What would your next course of action be?
Go back to the drawing board. Just exactly what we were just talking about. Go back, keep it simple. Don't go to all these hitting instructors. You're confusing. This little boy's head is like a maze and like Rubik's Cube right now. Yes. He doesn't know what parts fit into where.
No more hitting instructors.
No.
You stick with his coach.
Or just stick with one hitting instructor and tell him I need him to go back to the basics. That's it.
That's it.
It's not a magical recipe.
It's not yet.
Go back to the basics.
And just like our old coach used to tell us, see ball, hit ball at the end of the day. Just see that ball and hit it, and then build your confidence back up, because baseball is a lot of confidence. If you go to the plate with no confidence, you're not hitting the baseball. There's no chance.
I bet you them hitting the circuit telling them, hey, you got to get the knob to the catcher. Make sure you're tilting your shoulders. Make sure you're keeping your weight back. Make sure you're nice and balanced. Make sure your head is in between your feet. Make sure, like,
It's so much. It's so much. And it's like, oh no. Oh no. My last hitting coach told me this and this. Oh no. And then you got 35,000 things going through your brain.
Yeah.
One coach, see ball, hit ball. All right, let's go to the next one. We got anonymous. When kids leave your travel team, ask yourself, would you want to play there? With all the daddy ball, the coach's kids is terrible behind the plate. The assistant coach thinks his kid should be a shortstop when he's slower than molasses, and your coach's skills are rec level crap. No thanks. I mean, we talked about this 1,000 times. Yeah, just leave. It's no.
But again, those are the dads were saying, why did you leave the rec ball arena where you were dominant at? Why did you leave? You should have just stayed there.
Had fun.
Yes, and let us professionals do the travel ball.
All right, next one. Need advice. My son bats late in the batting lineup of our 9U team. Can I just stop right there?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to bat late in a lineup. And you're 9 years old. You're going to bat.
Yeah.
But typically at this time in the batting order, pitching gets less accurate in the games as a result. My son walks a couple times in a tournament weekend on average.
Yeah, his on base percentage is high.
I mean, that's the point. The whole point of the game is to get on base and score.
Good job.
Now,
like a good day of baseball.
Now focus on scoring. That's all. Now just focus on scoring. My son is swinging if it's even close to his range and hitting 500 for reference. Looking for advice on how to address my kid on this because he's super discouraged that he's getting yelled at for getting on base and scoring. Right? What's going on in this coaching staff? I don't know. Maybe I'm not sure.
That don't make sense.
It just don't make no sense. Find a new coach. That's what I say.
He said he getting mad that you're hitting the ball and getting on base.
He was mad because he was walking and he's getting yelled at for getting on base and scoring runs.
That's not true, but
yeah, I don't know. You know. Look at
the game.
Look at the emojis responding like,
oh, yeah, because that don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense.
All right. Question: is it normal to announce you are leaving your current team for a new team? I've seen some pretty elaborate announcements lately. I mean, if you're genuinely happy, fine. But reading between the lines in some cases, it really just seems as a dig to the previous team.
Yeah, it's just that's a petty move. See, that's what I'm talking about. Parents, stop ruining. Stop trying to hurt coaches' feelings.
That's weird.
Stop.
I feel like, that's not even, it's deeper than baseball when it comes to that. That's just somebody's personality and how they
to answer
move
that question,
around.
No. Do not announce to the team that you're leaving.
No. Maybe I'm old-fashioned as my kids are on the big field, but it seems like the classic narcissist culture that has taken over the small travel ball fields. If someone from our previous younger teams did this, they would most likely fit the category of don't let the door hit you. I mean, yeah. Don't let the door hit you in the behind on the way out. See ya.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're just trying to burn bridges at this point.
We'll play the team your kid's on probably, and we'll see you then.
Yeah.
You know? If you want to say hi, say hi. If not, don't. I don't care.
Nah,
don't hurt my feelings any.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just if you're gonna leave a team, you talk to the coach one-on-one, respectfully, and that's it. You don't go telling everybody your business. You don't go around trying to get people to side with you
and go with you and change teams.
Stop. See, why are you trying to ruin this
drama?
Come on.
It's a good way for a team to be one and done, like we talked about earlier. Here's a good one. Has anyone ever heard of a delayed balk? We lost a perfect game tournament today because of that call.
I'm assuming what they mean is a ball call that I can either take the result or take the ball.
That's what I was thinking.
Right? I was say because that's the last tournament where I was on the sideline, but Andrew was
coaching third,
and I was telling him to just send him. It doesn't matter because
who cares what happened?
The kid balled.
Right.
So I'm assuming that's what they mean.
That's what I'm thinking.
But yeah, 100%. Because if somebody yelled balk, I bet you some of the players stopped playing. And
I had two thoughts. I had thought of maybe like a ump tried to overturn it and said, "Oh, it's delayed." I don't know. Like who knows?
That's the only thing I could think of.
I was thinking that, and then
that's the only thing because that doesn't make sense. But you have, I think the rule is as an umpire, you have to
call. You have to call it and then talk, right?
And then the coach has to come out and say what he wants,
right,
or what they want. We do it all the time. I do it all the time. Whenever I get a ball call, I always tell them to keep running.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah, well, why not?
You're gonna be safe regardless.
All right. So, anonymous post: as there are parents in the group, what would you do if your son was struggling hitting, being hit hard by a pitcher, basically stepping in the bucket? The coach's solution was to tell my 10-year-old it's baseball, get over it and watch a video to fix the problem. All right, if your coach telling you go watch YouTube, obviously you don't know what.
Yeah.
He can't give you no tips, but it is part of baseball. I mean,
I tell him go Happy Gilmore that and go stand in front of a pitch machine, just let it.
I watched that last night. I watched that last night. He said,
"Oh yeah,
dude." And the guy was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Hockey." He said, 364 days away. Hey, that was the first time I watched that movie as an adult and actually sat and watched it. It was a great movie. I enjoyed it. Second one.
I really, I mean, you just. So I had this one kid I was getting terrified.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as soon as the ball was, I would toss the ball at him, he would crumble into this like fetal position. Right. Close his eyes, everything. The only thing we kept doing, every lesson we did, it was 30-minute lessons every week. All I did was, hey kid, me and you I just want you to watch the ball all the way to the catcher's mitt for like 10 reps every time we come in. He has to sit there and watch all the way because I'm serious, bro. He would ball come in, he'd go like this, like close his eyes, fetal. Mind you, I don't know why mom is paying $80. Why mom is paying this money for me to do this, but you know, I gotta feed my family. So
I gotta start somewhere with them.
Yeah, I gotta start somewhere. So I'm serious, bro. All for 30 minutes. We would just be practicing watching the ball all the way in, practicing him watching the ball in and stepping at the same time, just breaking it down. But that's something that that's what they pay for. That's why they're paying me. You know what I'm saying? Because they wouldn't have the patience to go out there and do
that's true. Hey, you just said a big statement. Not a lot of people got the patience, and that is sometimes worth the money. I'm gonna get frustrated. I'm gonna be yelling at little Johnny. You know, if I'm the parent, I'm yelling at Johnny. Come on, son. Why are you so scared? You know, and then let me take him to coach.
Yeah, just take him to coach and let him deal with it. Because then at least I can get mad at coach. If like, see, you can't coach now. You get out. But if it's you, you're just like,
bro, that was my exact thoughts when you started talking about this. I was like, why is mom paying $100 to go up here and do this, you know, or however much money it is? Man, that's tough. I was thinking we got to start with tennis balls with this little guy.
Tennis ball or the foam.
The foam ball. Yeah, something like super soft.
But
that's tough.
My mistake was at first, you know, trying to go off the tee and teaching good mechanics.
Because you didn't know none of that mattered because when that ball came at him, he said, ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. So no mechanics matter. So I said, okay, bump this. We're not worried about mechanics no more.
Right.
We are only worried about a moving ball and you seeing the ball. Sure enough, he started hitting the ball. Started hitting the ball. Got his first hit in the game. Got all this other
he got excited about the game, actually. That's what it takes. All right, let's read one more and see what we got. All right, let's read this. I don't know what this will say. Similar post was just recently made. The stats of my kid are different. Just turn it. Nah, we don't. Hello, travel ball families. Does anyone know what the average cost of local travel ball should be? I got a little sticker shock, but that's also because I'm new to all this. I guess it all depends on different areas you're in.
Yeah, and if they offer indoor facility and whatnot.
Right, it's a lot of going into it. Ask them how many tournaments you're playing, how many practices per week. I mean, at least 2 when they're little, I would think.
Do you think stats matter at all? Statistics?
What you mean? Did that team win? Or are we talking individual?
I'm talking about individual stats. These parents that are like, oh.
Let me see the stat book. Nah, bro. They're 10, 11, 9, 8. I don't think stats really matter. I mean, as a coach, they kind of matter because you just look and say, okay, is this kid getting on base? That's all you really look at this age. Is this kid getting on base? Do they make a lot of errors? Can they field the position? Are they getting on base? If they're doing that, they can play ball. I mean, the one that's not getting on base or is too scared to swing or swings at something way up here every at bat, those are the kids that are going to sit the bench because they're just not learning. You know, those are the kids that aren't going to start. I don't want to say sit the bench because eventually they'll probably play, but those are the kids that don't start. So as long as your kid has a decent fundamental of what baseball is, I'm sure they'll start at a young age.
There was, I don't know why it just popped up in my head, but I thought about remember that play at the plate that just happened last tournament? and my man is the catcher is 5 feet in front of the home plate and
down the line.
No, he's probably more like 10.
Yeah, 10, at least 10
feet.
At least 10.
And umpire throws our kid out for not sliding 10, 12 feet in front of the bag.
Also, and we had a lot of convos with the umpire, and he ended up saying, "I was wrong. I'm sorry." Basically, I'm sorry. Change the call then.
Yeah.
Don't be scared to be wrong. You're wrong. Say, I'm tripping, actually.
He said, I'm sorry, coach. What do you want me to do about it? I wanted you to make the right call.
You could change it. You're the umpire. Yeah. You're the man with all the power. Shoot.
I'm sorry. I got it wrong, coach. Yeah, I know you did, bro. That's why I'm up here right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm mad.
Because, yeah. And then the next play, we had to play pitcher laying on the plate, blocking the whole plate, trying to tag him. Hey, the runner jumped over and touched the plate.
Hey, tell me that was a juke.
That was the best thing I've ever seen Lotino do. That was the most athletic thing I've ever seen.
I agree.
The original call was safe, but I said, watch this, let me go get my call back real quick. Went up to the umpire and said, hey, man, we just had a conversation about this. Don't the kid have to slide? Hey, he said,
you know what? You're right, coach.
Right, coach. Tom, come here. Go conversate. We said, God. He said, hey, runner, out. We said, let's go.
Hey, man.
It's just, you got to know the game.
That's just bad call.
I knew he was going to get the call because he didn't know what he was
He had to give the call, though, right?
Yeah.
Because he ain't slide, just like you told us. We had to slide.
You had to slide. You told me my kid had to slide. I don't care if it's 15 feet in front of the plate.
You got to slide. So
he was like, you're right.
The best part was our pitcher was like laying on the plate.
Oh, he was laying on the plate.
Like there's no way you could.
No. If he slid, he would have jawed that kid. Yeah, no.
He would have been hurt. Nah, for real, man.
And then the other coach was an umpire too, and I just I'm laughing when I'm walking over there. He's just looking at me, smiling, and just shaking his head.
Just knows.
I got my call back. Yeah, I got my call back, right? Yeah, but hey, that's it for today, man. This Turn 2 podcast, man. We out, but that was a lot of fun. Peace.